Every single one of us gets the same 24 hours in a day. But why do some people build empires while others feel stuck, busy, but going nowhere? The difference often isn't luck, it's how they plan their day. For centuries, the wealthiest and most successful individuals, from business leaders to athletes to thinkers, have followed certain patterns. Patterns that turned ordinary days into extraordinary results. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll learn the daily planning strategies that helped millionaires rise to the top. And I'll share a simple, actionable approach you can start tonight, one that might just change the course of your own life. Part 1. Why millionaires plan differently. Most people wake up and react to the world, checking their phones, scrolling, answering messages. Millionaires don't start their day by reacting, they start with intention. Psychologists call this the implementation effect. When you have a written plan, you're far more likely to do the hard things that lead to progress. Planning is like giving your brain a roadmap. Instead of wandering through the day, you know where to go and why. An hour of planning saves you 10 hours of doing. This simple principle separates the productive from the overwhelmed. Part 2. The power of mornings. Mornings set the tone for the entire day. It's when willpower is highest and distractions are lowest. Tim Cook, Apple's CEO, wakes up at 4:30 a.m. to review priorities. Richard Branson starts with exercise and a short review of his goals. Oprah Winfrey meditates and journals before looking at her phone. These routines aren't about being extreme. They're about owning the first hour of the day, so the rest of the day doesn't own you. Research in behavioral science shows that people who set clear intentions early in the morning accomplish significantly more than those who don't. Part 3. Focus on what matters. The 80-20 rule. Millionaires often follow the famous Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule. It says that 80% of results usually come from just 20% of your efforts. Billionaire Jeff Bezos once explained that his success didn't come from doing hundreds of things every day. Instead, it came from making just a few high-quality decisions each day. This mindset shows the power of focusing on what truly matters. We often feel busy because we fill our to-do lists with many small tasks. But most of those tasks don't create real progress. Successful people identify the few important priorities that make the biggest impact, and then give them their full attention. For you, that might mean spending more time learning and improving the skill that can grow your career or business, rather than wasting hours endlessly scrolling through social media, checking email, or doing things that don't add much value. The lesson is clear. Stop trying to do everything. Instead, focus on the few things that bring the biggest results. Part 4. Time blocking like a pro. High achievers don't just write lists, they block their time. Elon Musk famously organizes his schedule in 5-minute slots, dedicating chunks of the day to focused problem solving, meetings, design work, and personal time. This approach reduces decision fatigue. You don't waste energy wondering, what should I do next? The plan is already in front of you. Psychologists say when you assign time to a task, your brain treats it as a real commitment, making you far more likely to follow through. Part 5. The psychology of priority. We often confuse urgency with importance. Millionaires learn to separate the two. They use tools like the Eisenhower matrix. Do first, urgent and important. Schedule, important but not urgent. Delegate, urgent but less important. Eliminate, neither urgent nor important. This method keeps you from spending your best energy on things that don't truly matter. Part 6. Success stories that prove the power of daily planning. Look at the world's most successful people. and you'll find one common trait. They plan their days with purpose. Take Warren Buffett. Despite being one of the richest men alive, his secret isn't working non-stop, it's focus. He uses what's called the 25/5 rule. He writes down his top 25 goals, circles the 5 most important, and deliberately ignores the rest. Buffett says the remaining 20 goals are the real danger. They seem important, but they pull you away from the few things that truly matter. This laser-sharp focus has guided decades of wise decisions and steady progress. Now consider Elon Musk. Running multiple companies might sound impossible, but his weapon is extreme time blocking. He divides his schedule into 5-minute slots, assigning each block to a specific task, whether it's an engineering review, a factory meeting, or even lunch. This removes the chaos of decision-making and forces him to give full focus to whatever is in front of him. Even in entertainment and media, the same principle shows up. Part 7. The evening prep. Most millionaires plan tomorrow today. They spend 10 to 15 minutes at night reviewing priorities for the next day. Why? Because your brain starts solving problems while you sleep. When you wake up, you're already mentally prepared. Typical evening steps include: write your top 3 priorities for tomorrow. Reflect briefly on what worked today. Shut down screens early for quality sleep. Sleep is the hidden power tool. A focused mind needs a rested brain. Part 8. The simple millionaire routine. You can start tonight. Here's a practical routine used by countless high achievers. 1. Define your top 3 priorities. Not 10, not 20, just 3. 2. Block time for them first. Put them in your calendar during your most productive hours. 3. Review and adjust daily. Don't aim for perfection, aim for progress. Small daily wins, repeated over weeks and months, create massive long-term change. Part 9. Mindset. Thinking in systems, not tasks. Millionaires don't just think about to-do lists. They build systems. A system is a set of habits and routines that make progress automatic. For example, instead of writing exercise on a list, they design a morning routine where exercise happens every day without decision-making. Psychologists call this reducing friction, making it easier to do what you want and harder to do what you don't. Part 10. Momentum and consistency. Planning your day like a millionaire isn't about perfection, it's about momentum. Small, consistent progress compounds over time. A well-planned day leads to a productive week. A series of productive weeks builds an exceptional year. As leadership expert Robin Sharma says, small daily improvements over time lead to stunning results. Bringing it all together. Millionaires don't have extra hours in the day. They just use the same hours differently. They start with intention. They focus on the few things that matter most. They block their time. They review, adjust, and keep showing up. Imagine where you could be 6 months from now if you planned your days this way. Now it's your turn. Pick one strategy. Maybe it's time blocking, maybe it's the evening routine, and try it tomorrow. See how much more control you feel over your day. And if you're ready to keep leveling up your habits and mindset, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss our next deep dive documentary. Remember, a millionaire's success is built one planned day at a time.